Okay, finally, I was able to reserve a Tesla Model Y. Yeah, congratulations to me. So I'm going to be showing you guys the step-by-step process I went through to basically collect or receive my Tesla Model Y. You log into the app, you see your reserved Tesla and the RN number, reservation number. I click the start button. The first thing I had to do was identity verification process. So for this, you either you can do the identity verification process using your international passport or your driver's license. In my case, I use my driver's license, so it's pretty straightforward. I would advise that you have this physically available, as you'll be taking pictures of it, the front and back, and uploading it on the mobile app for verification. And then you just complete the remaining details, your name, date of birth, and all that. Once that is done, it is complete. So you move on to the next step, which is step 2, the trade-in process. For me, I was not going to trade, or I never wanted to trade my diesel car, so I just said no, and this step was basically completed. If you are going to be trading your car, then you will need to say yes, and you get another aspect of the application where you have to complete the details of your car, mileage and all that, and then an estimated value is provided to you. Mind you, this estimate is subjective. It's not the actual amount, as when you take the car on the day of your collection to Tesla, they will have to evaluate the car, and then they might either increase the value or reduce the value. Either way, just know that it's an estimate. So we'll move to the third step, which is financing. If you're paying cash, just say no, you're not financing. So towards the end of the process, you have to pay cash for the car. But for me, I'm financing, so I clicked yes. So once you click yes, you have to choose which form of financing you want, either HP, PCP, or lease. I choose HP. You could choose PCP, or if you're a business, you could lease it. So it depends, everyone with their own preference. Financing partners that work with Tesla, and you're going to have to choose. They are basically listed based on their APR rate, in my opinion. So Santander, I think, has the lowest. Then CA, which is the number 4, has the highest APR. To be honest, in minutes, I got my approval email. And yes, that aspect of the application was complete. So once that is completed, you move on to the next step, which is registration. So registration is simple. You just provide the name of the person that will be registered under the vehicle, which should be you, basically you, and that's purchasing the vehicle, but it can be you and your partner. So you just put the names, and the aspect of the process is also complete. So you move on to the 5th step, which is delivery and appointment. Well, that just gives you the details of your delivery, time, location, dates, every single information, and what you should bring when coming for your delivery. So it's just straightforward. So you go to the 6th aspect, which is the final payment. So if you had initially agreed to finance the car, there will be a deposit that you must have agreed that you're going to pay, that initial deposit towards financing the car. So this is where you make that payment. If you've agreed or said you're not going to be financing but paying cash, this is where you make the payment. If you're trading in your vehicle, and for some maybe there's a difference in value between the trading value and the Tesla you're purchasing, then you have to pay the difference here as well. So don't worry, it's a straightforward process. You just tap on the blue icon there, and then it will take you to the partners that they work with in the UK. I would suggest having this in cash in a NatWest account, as this will help you make the process faster and easy. So but make sure you have it in cash, as Tesla does not accept credit cards. So yes, you have to make sure the deposit is available in cash, and this will be processed via the partner on the app. So once this is done, it will basically confirm in minutes or seconds, and then that aspect of the process is complete. So you move on to the seventh aspect of the process, or the seventh step, which is where you review your agreement. Once you review the agreement, which should basically be what you've already confirmed during the financing, so it should be the same figures. So you just review and accept. No difference there. Just know that you'll be able to make or modify the agreement at this stage. Is probably late at this point. So once you accept it, it's basically bound. It's a financial agreement that is bound at this point. So after that is complete, is the basically final step, which is step 8. And this step is only completed on the day of your collection at the Tesla collecting center, or collection center, sorry. So when you get there, this is where you complete this aspect of the whole process on your phone. So I think you complete this with one of the staff. So I'm going to show you guys basically how I went through it and what it was like for me. But basically this was the same thing I did to collect my Model Y.